How kind of describe the progression through the rehab and where you are, what stage you are right now in terms of the recovery?
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting better every day. Taking it day by day, getting better. Just right now, trying to get stronger.
Are you satisfied where you're at right now?
I like where I'm at. I'm where I need to be. I would say that. The biggest thing for me is just getting better every day.
Does going through that experience when you were at Georgia help you on this path?
I would say it does help, just knowing how to attack it mentally and knowing, I might not be at a certain point where through the rehab process that I want to be, but I know, just taking it day by day and the weeks add up and the months add up and eventually I'll get to where I want to be.
Nick, what are your goals and expectations for when you can practice and play?
I'm not looking too far ahead. I'm just taking it day by day. It's Wednesday. I had to get better today on Wednesday. That's my whole mindset.
So no timeline in terms of when you want to
No.
What did it feel like when you were finally able to get out there and run again?
Yeah, it felt good. I was down September. I didn't start moving really well until kind of lately. So now it's feeling good to be able to move around.
How have you leaned on this organization and your teammates during this time of rehab?
It's definitely motivating to come out here and see the guys practicing. I want to get out there and help them, and I want to be a part of this team. So it definitely motivates me to get back.
I know you're close with Stump. What are your impressions of Deuce Staley?
Yeah, I was blessed to have two great coaches, here on the Browns, and I definitely will miss Stump. We stay in touch. He's a great person, a great coach, and just overall great guy. And also with Deuce, he brings energy. He's every day he's himself. He loves the game. He loves to coach us, and he's doing a great job. He's going to help us out a lot, not just the running backs, but the entire team.
You were around it.
So even though you obviously aren't out there practicing, but being in the game and everything, how important is that for you through this process?
It's important. I haven't played football since last September, so just to be around, just to see the plays, get my mind back on football. I think it's important for me, just as a football player, to be around football more.
You were around the guys last year, but how hard was it, Nick, to not be on the field and not be able to contribute?
Yeah, it was tough. It's always hard not being able to, to play the game with your guys who you go through camp with, spring with. But our team did a great job of, no matter who was down, next man up, and continue to play.
Nick, what did it mean to you for, that Thursday night game, coming back into the stadium, just being able to smash the guitar in front of that home crowd? What did that experience mean to you?
It meant a lot. I told the guys I'm doing my part. We all got to do our part. That's Thursday night game. I did my part, and the guys did the rest.
Nick, from a business standpoint, what did it mean to you that Andrew and the front office worked to keep you around another year?
Yeah, definitely a blessing. They could have just cut me dry and left me hanging, right? But they did a great job. I want to be here in Cleveland. They know that. So we came to a great point.
Nick, how confident are you that you can get back to being the player you have been?
Yeah, we'll see. It's not my first time going through this, so been through it before. But my whole goal is to get back out there.
Nick, do you thrive in these situations, just like sort of your hero Batman, where people count you out and they don't believe that you're ever going to be able to get back to that level, and then do you kind of get motivated by that?
I use that as motivation. I see everything. I've seen, it's not the first time someone has counted me out. So I've been here before, and I'm not really paying much attention to it, but I do see it, and I'm just focusing on getting better.
You talked about kind of being down in September. When did you kind of sort of round the corner, in terms of kind of emotionally, mentally start to feel better in that regard?
I can't even pinpoint a date, it's all mushed together. I think when I started running, maybe I started kind of getting my mind back on, I'm going to be able to play football again.
Did you ever think you wouldn't be able to?
Never crossed my mind. Been through it before,
Nick, thinking about last year, the reaction from your teammates and how many Nick Chubb shirts and Georgia jerseys and Browns jerseys we saw them wearing, what did that mean to you to kind of have the team rally around you the way that they did?
Yeah, it was special. The team did a great job of being there for me. I was down, mentally for a while. Just when you get hurt, it's one thing. When you get hurt again, and you already know what you got to go through, the entire process, surgery, rehab, it's a non-stop battle every day. So my team did a great job just being there for me. I was around the building for them, and did a great job, made the playoffs, had a great run.
Do you think that was a dirty hit?
I don't think it's a dirty hit at all. I'm not blaming him. It's part of the game.
How much different is this rehab versus year one and your injury?
It's not much different. It's the same process. I mean, just different ligaments, I guess, but it's pretty much the same.
When we've talked to Deshaun, he has talked about, trying to make sure that I just do what the doctors and the trainers tell me I'm allowed to do and not do too much too soon. Do you find yourself fighting yourself of, not trying to do too much too soon?
I would say I have great doctors. Voos and, UH did a great job of tightening me up down there. So, I'm definitely following Voos and Joe's plan, and Pat Rocks. They're doing a great job of kind of keeping me not so frustrated. But, we have a great plan. I'm sticking to it. I'm doing whatever they tell me to do.
Did you have a part of time where you just couldn't believe it happened again and happened to that same knee?
Yeah, I mean, of course, just like kind of asking why, why again. But that's part of my story. It is what it is.
Have you been working anybody individually, specifically that you've been working with through this process? I mean, is there another person that kind of going through it with?
I'll say mostly, Pat Rock, our trainer here, Dale Jones, strength coach. Those two guys around the building. Back home, I have my guys I work with. Michael Tremble, Jeff, and my strength coach, Coach Worthington. It's a team. We're all doing our part, and I, trusting them to get me back.
Did you hear?
Andrew mentioned you just started running on land. I guess is that still the extent of what you're able to do at this point, or have you had anything else to that?
Nah, I mean it's just running. Yeah.
Did you ever hear from Fitzpatrick?
No, I never did. Well, I actually on the field he came up to me and I was on the ground, and he said he didn't mean to do it. So.
How about even the support of your community when you go back home to your high school and in Cedartown? How much has that uplifted you throughout this whole process?
Yeah, man, it has a lot. Just blessed to be able to come from such a great hometown with so much support from my family and friends, and just able to get back there and to see where I started all this journey, and just to to feel in the atmosphere. Just how to use that more motivation to get back.
Nick, how has this affected your routine? Like you're known for all the hard work you put in. I think Andrew said you're here like very early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
What does a day look like for you now?
I mean, it's pretty much the same. I'm just focusing on my knee. So I'm still here every day, all day like I have been.
You're not squatting, are you?
I don't know. A little bit, yeah.
How many hours though go into a day through this rehab?
I'm not even sure. I'll probably leave it around maybe 3. Got her kind of like at 7 maybe.
It would be hard for you, I think, to be more grateful than you already are to be able to play this game, given what happened at Georgia. But in some ways, does this even multiply that a little bit more to give you just so much gratitude to be out here and going for this again?
It does. It's a blessing to play this game, and you can't take it for granted because one play can be all taken away. And I'm just blessed to have so much support around Cleveland, the fans, my friends, family, just to keep me uplifted and keep me going.
Nick, the other guys in your room always talk about being excited to learn from you, whether you're on the field or not. Being off the field right now, like you're rehabbing, does that allow you a little bit more hands-on work with these guys to be able to kind of imprint what you do on them?
It does, but I can tell you, Deuce holds everyone accountable in that room, so I don't have to say much at all. He's on it every day. He's making sure we're finishing, working hard, ball security. He takes control.
How much do you see that? Does that night still in Pittsburgh still, kind of play in your mind, or have you is that kind of moved on from that?
I moved on. It happened so fast, anyways. It was a blurry 2 weeks, so I don't think about it much. I'm just moving forward.
Nick, not only were your teammates obviously affected that night, but the Steelers were all talking about you too. How much support did you receive league-wide? Were there a lot of guys reaching out to you, and what did that mean?
Yeah, it meant a lot. I had guys tweeting at me all across the NFL. It shows at the end of the day we're all human and we're all in this together. And injuries, they suck, but they do happen. But it's all about being there for your brother.
Nick, your teammates right away dedicated their whole entire season to you, and then even when other guys got hurt, like the season wasn't dedicated to anybody else but you. So how did that make you feel? Because it seems like it really helped them get to the playoffs.
I think the biggest thing is just being around a building. I probably don't say much, but I come on the field and on a game day, and I just work. And I think guys noticed that, and they started to see that. And when I wasn't there, you saw more guys, doing a little extra more just because, and it helped us out.
Naeem's kind of going through, come back from his own knee injury. How much have you guys sort of worked together since he's got here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we rehab together, we work out together, and he's in a great spot. He's doing great, and he'll be a big part of this team.
You talk about your presence on the team helping your teammates. How did that help you personally as you went through this journey?
What was that?
Just being here at the facility, like you putting the time here. How did that help you?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. Just like I said earlier, being around the game, being around the guys, and watching them go out there and win these games and practice hard. All that definitely motivated me to get stronger and get better and to get back out there.
Nick, now you don't have a timetable on your return, but when you look at everything that you've been through, continue to go through, does it almost give you almost like an anxious feel to want to get back out there, but also, like you say, take it one day at a time? It's kind of a mixture, but does it make you more eager to get out?
Not necessarily. I'm doing everything I can at this point. I'm right where I want to be, and when that time happens, when I feel great, I'll be on the field. But until then.
At Georgia, you did play first game the next year, right? Does it feel similar?
We'll see. I don't know.